give her the dog. I thought that was an easy resolve right then and there.
But, I mean, that doesn't make logical sense to me because I've been boarding.
That's not logical?
No, I've been boarding this dog at my house. It's in the contract that I charge $25.
Right, so stop boarding the dog and give her the dog.
But you're thinking about it.
Give her the dog, she
Give her
said.
the dog.
Come on now. That is just a taste of what is to come in the 2000th episode of Hot Bench, airing tomorrow. Since it started over a decade ago, the show, with 3 judges and 3 different opinions, has presided over more than 3,000 cases. And in the process, it has become the #1 syndicated court show in original production. Yeah. Hot Bench is produced by CBS Media Ventures, part of our parent company. And to celebrate the big episode, we are joined by who else? Judges Michael Corriero, Rachel Juarez, and Yodit Tewolde. Good morning, and congrats on your 2000th episode.
Good morning. Thank you so much.
Yes. So Michael, you are the veteran here on the Hot Bench. How does it feel to reach this milestone of 2000?
Old, actually. But no, seriously. It's been a wonderful, wonderful journey, and 2,000 episodes, just the beginning. We're so glad that you like it. And many people seem to
I
agree.
find it addictively watchable. There's so much to grab onto. On the one hand, you can be rooting for a particular litigant. You think they're right, you think they're wrong, but they're not arguing it well. You want to jump in there. And then there's the fun of trying to guess what you all are thinking, based on your questions. Based on your face is easier to read than most faces.
I'm working on that. I'm still working on that.
I think you wanted the lady to give the dog back, based on what we just saw. That's what I was picking up.
Sometimes we're just baffled by why we're even in the courtroom to begin with. Like, why are we even here? This was something that you could have solved on your own.
Yeah.
But we're going to go ahead and do that. So I was just baffled in that clip that you just watched, why she just couldn't give the dog over.
So
she paid for the dog. Give her the dog.
So these are real cases, and people agree?
Absolutely.
Real cases.
They agree that your ruling will be the ruling that they live by?
Correct.
That's correct,
Yeah, all of
yes.
the cases were filed somewhere in the country in a small claims court, and they agree to bring their cases to Hot Bench, and we adjudicate them for them.
Why do they do that? Why do they agree?
Why? Because I think they recognize that we are fair, and then they have 3 opportunities to persuade us of the merits of their case. So I think they get a fair shake, and that word gets around, and they're very happy to come before.
And you only have to convince 2 of us. Majority rules.
Yes. Yeah.
So sometimes we all agree, and a lot of times we don't. And
Precisely.
the majority rules.
I'd love to hear a little bit about how you can, do you know you can convince Michael on certain points and that sort of thing?
Yes, they do. They know. No, they know the buttons.
We know when we cannot convince
You're
Michael.
like, your pinstripe suit looks so great today.
Oh, thank you very
Right?
much.
That's how you get him.
Oh, thank you,
Yes.
thank you. Yes, I'm a sucker for that.
Exactly.
Yes.
So, Michael, this is going to be your last season. You're saying goodbye.
Actually, yes. I've been on Hot Bench for 9 years now, and it's time. It's time to pass the gavel. And it's bittersweet because I'm going to miss my beloved colleagues and the Hot Bench team, but yes, it's time.
Well, before you go, we want some help on some disputes around here. And I'm talking first, even though I know you're going to bring in the elements, because I
What are you talking about?
I want to submit to the judges and to the court that I have an additional clarifying statement.
Oh, no. What are you trying to do here?
I don't think I argued my case
Permission
well
to approach the bench.
in what,
Objection.
Yes. Where's Sonia?
all right.
Okay.
take it.
Before you try to take this over, Tony,
Take it away.
very smart. Okay. Do not sleep on Tony Dokoupil. We have a litigant from outside these walls. Our first case involves an argument on CBS Mornings over the game Scrabble. Take a look.
Scrabble is not a word game. It is
So
a
break
math
that
game.
down, though. What are you
Definitely a
saying?
word
You saying it's a math game?
Dude, people always say to me, oh, you love words, you should love Scrabble. I don't like Scrabble. I hate Scrabble. I hate Scrabble because you're running calculations in your brain about how many permutations of the alphabet you can come up with that fit on the board. It's about math. It's not about what I'm doing right now.
It's a game of strategy. It's a game of words.
strategy.
Like the Q is worth 10 points.
So, since we have the 3 judges of Hot Bench here, we need your professional help, and we have brought in our litigant. We have our litigant here, Miss Gayle King.
Yes, I'm the litigant.
And this clip has hundreds of thousands, more than 1 million on TikTok. People are weighing in on this. A lot of people say it's a word game.
People stopped me on the street and said, "What's wrong with Tony Dokoupil?"
Other people say
I don't know.
Other people say I'm
Glad we have
totally right.
experts. Don't back
No,
away.
I just Judges, I didn't want, okay, I'll
back
represent you.
away.
I'm representing Gayle.
Yes.
Whatever she said.
Witness.
So,
Yes.
Well,
it's-
okay.
it's
We have to
divided.
have some order in the court.
Okay.
He's always like
Michael's
the order guy.
Let's get to the
Judge
issue.
Michael, okay.
So what is your verdict, judges?
It's
Is
a word
Scrabble
game.
a word game or a math game?
It's a word game.
So the minute that I heard, is it a word game or, I said, a math game, obviously. And this
You
is from
said a math
woman
game?
who grew up playing Scrabble every day with her grandmother.
Rachel, I liked you so much.
I have to tell you.
But listen, can it be a word game and a numbers game?
Yes.
But the truth is, it doesn't matter if you have the numbers. You can still play Scrabble without the numbers.
True.
You're probably not going. You may not win. You may not win, but you can still play the game.
Yeah.
That's why it is so clearly to me. And you have to use strategery. Like you want to put the Q on a triple letter word or a triple word. I get that, but fundamentally, it's so interesting how it's so clear to me, Tony Dokoupil, that it is a word game.
What I've come to understand is it clearly is a game that uses words.
Yes.
But I would say it's not a language game. It's not about expression or beauty or the right word at the right time. It's about points and strategy, as you say. And to me, when you're using words without using them to express yourself, it's just math at that point. It's just letters and combos and variables.
So, judges, you've heard the closing arguments. Your verdict, please.
I think both sides have expressed themselves, but we have some questions about motives and about
motives.
expertise. Yes. You said, am I correct, Tony, that you hate Scrabble?
I do hate
You
Scrabble.
hate Scrabble. You don't like Scrabble. Whereas Gayle,
I
you
love
seem to have
Scrabble.
embraced it.
Yes.
Okay, so we have another case
So
to
do
get
you have
to.
a reason to?
Yes.
Yes, it's true.
But
we're going to get a verdict, though? We got a 1-to-1.
Yeah.
What is it? It's a word game for me.
It's a word game for me.
All right, that's all we need.
You won,
have a
Gayle.
verdict.
Okay.
We have a verdict and
I like to win.
You won.
So I'm representing you. So
Bye-bye.
I'm not going
court.
to be petty, Betty, but
No.
thank you.
We'll be re-airing this tomorrow, I guess.
This will be top of the table. All right,
Okay,
we
what's the other
have
one?
another one, so Gail, stick around for this one.
Okay.
Our next litigant brings her case against a certain Tony Dokoupil regarding a household appliance.
Really?
Take a look.
I will submit to you the case of the toaster because my husband seeks to challenge this on a near daily basis. He would like this toaster, which sits happily here, again, in its home on the pretty empty and pretty clean counter. He'd like to challenge it and make said toaster live in a drawer, a cluttered, crowded drawer, or underneath the island, again, cluttered and crowded with toys. There is no better space for this toaster than right here on the counter, where it is happy, where it is allowed to maintain its crumb feature without crumbing up my drawers. Besides, the toast.
Judges.
It's a happy toaster.
Yeah, she said it's happily on the counter. Judges, what say you?
Clear the counter.
Yes.
It stays on the counter.
It
Who
stays
has
up.
time to put it below the counter for
This is a first.
Yeah, I know.
Well,
I'm usually the majority
It
here.
looks like I'm the tiebreaker. I go with it on the counter.
America,
I go
you
with
have heard it here, straight from Hot Bench. The
tried,
toaster
Tony.
stays.
Nobody asked me,
Thank
but
you.
I say on the
Appreciate it.
counter.
I say in the drawer, Tony, but we're outnumbered. We're
Katie's a
outnumbered.
journalist, but she wanted to be a judge. She wanted to be a Supreme Court justice in high school. That was her dream. She argued it well.
She argued it well, and unfortunately, you lost twice.
Sorry, Tony.
Sorry, Tony. Judges, thank you so much. You
Thank
all can
you.
catch Hot
You
Bench
guys are
weekdays.
fun. You
So
guys are
much fun.
fun.
Thank you.
Catch Hot Bench weekdays. Check your local listings and stick around.